Namaste. My name is Karina and I am an intuitive spiritual mentor as well as a yoga teacher. And my intention is to help you transform your life. You may or may not know, but your outside world is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside. So if things in your life aren't going so great, you have a relationship or a job or situation that is not working for you, chances are you need to move within. So I'm here to help you learn some tools and gain some insight so you can navigate your journey to change on the inside and watch everything else follow. The topic I wanted to speak to you today on is the topic of fear. This is a topic that everyone must address because we go through this so often and for some of us on a daily basis. So if we gain that insight to what we're really dealing with, then we can better navigate. So the first thing I feel is important to understand about fear is that fear is the opposite of love. If we're taking this journey within, we're taking the journey in towards the heart center. It's the space of truth, the space of love, the space of light. So that's the space that we are really made up of and that we're trying to stay and maintain our presence within that. So when we do this, we understand this, then when we ever go into the state of fear, which is normal and natural, we need to understand that it is on the exact opposite side of the room of love. And that is helpful to know because the two don't exist at the same time. So the second thing I wanted to share with you is fear is a good thing. Yes, I just said it was a good thing. Even though I had just said it's on the opposite side of the room of love and we're trying to always live in the loving state, it is still a good thing. Why? Because it is your teacher if you allow it to be. So all you have to do is change your perspective and look at how this thing that you don't really like is here to tell and teach you something. So instead of resisting and repelling, you can lean forwards, open up the ears, and start to take in everything it has to say. Now, what it will tell you at first is everything you don't want, and that's valuable information. So you can start to hear and listen to everything you don't want and the feelings that come up with it. So all the feelings that you have normally that are negative associated with a fear, you can start to look at them. You can start to embrace them and bring them closer to you. And when you have them, then you can examine them even further and keep going down and down and down and down and down until you discover the root of what's causing this fear. And once you have that, then you have a better understanding and a better foundation to build upon of how to help yourself. Now, once you find that root, or you're going down towards getting towards the root of the fear, then the next lesson comes to you. The teacher, the fear will tell you what you do want because you just learned what you didn't want and everything associated with it. That will also give you the insight as to where to turn because you will turn towards what you do want. And what you do want will be that path back to the heart center, back towards love, going back across the room to your heart. So I'll give you a quick example. I'm a yoga teacher as well as a spiritual mentor, and I work with people one-on-one or one in small groups or large groups in person. When this pandemic happened around the world, I was forced to not be around anyone, get online and do things via Zoom, via Instagram, social media platforms, etc. And so for me, it was really awkward. Not a big fan of it at first because I'm not used to it, but I adjusted accordingly. So then I decided after 2 months of doing this that I want and need to share with more people, and I'm going to utilize the platform of YouTube. Now, just saying that to myself for the first time, fear just went through the ceiling. And so I was mortified. I was so afraid of doing something like this because as I turned towards my teacher told me because I did not want to fail. I did not want this to fall on deaf ears. I did not want to look stupid on camera. I did not want to have no one listen to me or people to ridicule me or say whatever they want to say about me. I don't want to have that happen. I don't want to put myself in the position for that to happen. So those are all my fears. And then when I dug deep into it, I realized it's because overall, I did not want to be in a position where I could not help others. So from that, it taught me what I do want, which is to ultimately help others, what I had been doing. And so that put me right back on the track towards the heart, which means I'm coming from a place to love. So even if this comes to one person, 20 people, 2,000, 200,000, 2 million people, it doesn't matter. This intention of sharing is coming from a place of love. So I am back on track and coming from this place, moving full circle from my fear to love, and hence this video today. So I feel it's very important for us to start to take that vantage point, to shift our perspective and to start to embrace and to learn from our teacher fear, to see what we don't want, to learn what we do want, and move down that path of what we want, because chances are that path, again, is towards the heart center, which is ultimately where we're trying to go and where we are, but just not always. So if this helps you out at all, please give me a thumbs up so I can keep creating content for you. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer. So I hope to hear from you soon, and have a beautiful day. Namaste.